Okay. Yesterday, just going to real quick recap. Yesterday we went over these notes and we did 1, 2, and 3. For number 1, what do we always start with? Given. Then we need to add to our picture. For this one, it was the reflexive property. BD is BD. Congruent to BD. And then, what did I give you here?
Tick marks.
SSS tick marks, so it was side, side, side. Why do we do this little box? So know we're done. Right here. Yes. Oh, all right, right here. Thank you for speaking that. And I'll go back at the end. I'll go back and give you this so you can copy. Yeah. I gave you the given. And then what about a midpoint? What do we know about a midpoint?
It's in the middle.
It's in the middle. It creates two equal sides. So that's why we said GH is congruent to HK. And then on my picture, what do I have? SSS. Remember, your ending should always be with the proof. All right. Last but not least, we did number 3. We started with given. What could we add to this picture? Angles. Why? Because they're vertical. So if VA, then congruent. And then what did I have? 2 sides with an angle between. And we're done. And we changed that to E yesterday, right? All right, let's go to today. Everybody's writing this down with me. Does everybody have their notes out from yesterday? Okay. I'm telling you A is congruent to D. I already do the arches. And I'm telling you B is the midpoint of AD. So kind of like, I know y'all have pencils, but like kind of bold that line right there, AD. What is my first reason? Given. What do I know because of the midpoint? I can add tick marks where? These are going to be congruent to each other. Add your tick marks. AB is going to be congruent to BD. I want to show you, can everybody look up real quick? On your homework, do you see how on number 2 I'm doing 2 givens with the midpoint? Do you see how it did not write both givens up top?
Yeah.
You can separate these givens. You do not need to write them both right away at the top. Okay? And if I tell you, like right here, I is the midpoint of XM, what do I know because of this midpoint? It cuts that in half. X and I are congruent. I and M are congruent. And then I is the midpoint of AO. What does that tell me? AI. So do you see how it broke them up? The information was broken up. So just FYI, you can do that. I don't have to give you all of the given right up top like I did here. All right, what is my reasoning for this? If midpoint, then congruent. Write that down, please. What else can I add to this picture? Vertical angles. And what would be congruent because of these vertical angles? How do I name that angle? Angle ABE is congruent to what? So you can write DBC or you can write CBD. It doesn't matter. The order does not matter as long as your B is in the middle. And you could even switch those two around and put the DBC first if you wanted to. So if vertical angles, then congruent. What do I have here? Look at that one triangle. Is the other one also angle side angle? So triangle AEB is congruent to DCB because angle side angle. And we're done. What questions can I answer? We good?
You explained it.
Can I explain it again?
No,
Yeah.
I said you explained it.
Oh, I explained it good. Okay. Thank you. Can I move on?
Yes.
All right, next one. This one's a little bit more challenging, maybe not. S is congruent to Q. Do you already agree they did those arches for you? They won't always, so make sure that you add them in if there's nothing on your picture. For instance, if you look right here, let me find one where it says it. Like right here. In this one, it tells you A is congruent to angle E. Does it have anything here, though? No. So on your homework, I'm going to want you to add arches to A and E. Does that make sense? Okay? All right. Next, it tells you RP, so RP bisects SRQ. What does bisects mean? It's going to cut that in half. So number 1 is my given. And number 2 says if angle bisector, then congruent angles. What's going to be congruent? R is going to be split into 2. Angles are 3. So it's going to be SR, SRP. Does that make more sense? So R has to be in the middle, but it's SRP is congruent to angle what? QRP. Do you see how I actually physically cut that in half right there? So I have SR and RQ, which is why I think you did too. But there's going to be another letter there. Can everybody look up? Did it tell me that it bisected SPQ? No. I cannot add any information. Last period, people were trying to add arches over there. I cannot add anything that it doesn't give me. So don't add any extra arches, don't add any extra check marks. Unless you know. Like for instance, can I add something that I know for sure? What? I know the reflexive property. And you can either write RP or PR. It doesn't matter. RP is congruent to RP. Why? Reflexive property. This is like we did yesterday. Look at one triangle. What do I have here? Oh, which one? Angle, angle, side, or angle, side, angle? Why? The side is not in between. So it is angle, angle, side. And what am I going to write in that statement, that last statement? Whatever is in prove, I'm just going to copy exactly what is in the prove. Questions? If you tend to go ahead of me, please do not on this next one because I'm going to do something weird. Okay? I know some of you are like, this is so easy, I can go. But just don't do it on the next one. Stay with me. Can I move on from this? Alright, for the next one, it says XQ is parallel to TR, and it already drew the little arrows. And then XR bisects QT. There we go with that bisects again. Cuts it in half. What's my first reason? Given. And this word bisects. XR bisects QT. So what does that mean it's going to do to QT? Cut it in half. So what do I know? What can I add? QM and MT are congruent. Or TM. You could put TM.
Wait, I thought XR was bisecting QT.
So XR, so be careful with this. This is a good point. XR is cutting QT in half, not the other way around. So XR is slicing right here, this one and this one. Does that make sense? You see how you got to read it a certain way? Yep. So that's why I did the slice right here, so that you know, hey, you need to cut Q and T in half, not XR. Okay? Good question. What else can I add? Vertical angles. Do y'all agree with that? What are my vertical angles? Okay, it's M&M, you're right, but like where? So I want you to give me 3 letters, please. TMR is congruent to QMR. What if you wrote not QMR, QMX? What if you wrote QMX first? That's fine. What if you wrote XMQ? That's fine. What's my reasoning? Okay. Here's where we have problems. Remember how I said don't go on? There are actually 2 different ways you could go from here. There are 2 different answers for this problem. We're going to do both today, but if you encounter this, you do not have to do both. You would choose one of these. So I'm going to write the word or right here, because you choose one. Or. Do not do both. You would choose one. For notes purposes, I'm doing both. Okay? What other information have I kind of ignored? Parallel. And because they're parallel, what do I know about this angle Q? It is congruent to angle T. Why? Because it's alternate interior angles. Do y'all remember that? Alternate interior? So if you're like, no, that's okay, we're doing it together. Angle Q is congruent to angle T, because if parallel, then AIA are congruent. Let me zoom into that. Angle Q is congruent to angle T, because if parallel, then AIA are congruent. So we would end this with my proof. Triangle XMQ is congruent to triangle RMT. Why? And let me show everybody that. I'm going to let everybody copy real quick. Look at the picture. Do y'all agree I have an angle, 2 angles with a side between?
Yes.
So it would be angle, side, angle. And you would be done. However, what if Armando right here did not do angle Q is congruent to angle T? What if Armando said, y'all look up real quick, just pause what you're doing, look up. What if Armando ignored those 2 and he said, well, I actually think X is congruent to R. Is X congruent to R? Yeah, why? Because of AIA. So I'm going to write that one. This is the other option. Can you make this 5 a 4? So your other option would just be X is congruent to R. Both of these are right. If parallel, then AIA are congruent. However, if Armando chooses X and R, hold on real quick, look at the picture. Do I still have ASA?
No. No.
Look at the picture. Armando chose, X and R. What do I now have? So that changes my reason. Hello? Oh, sorry. Okay, bye. All right. So do you see how you could go one or the other? It does not have to be both. Questions?
You put the square.
Oh, thank you, done. So you would either put the square right here if we're done on that one. Like, you do not have to do both of these when you're doing this on your own. I'm just showing you both ways. Does that make sense? That way somebody's like, well, I got this way. Yeah, you're right. But you're right too. All right. We are done. If you can please, can I change this? Okay. If you can please glue this onto page 33. There should be, there's not 12 anymore, but there should be 12 glues over there for you. Do y'all want to just go off for the next 23 minutes, or would you like me to start some of these for you? So I want y'all to look at these problems and see which ones you would want me to help you with as you get your homework. You're gluing this onto page 33, please. Oh, I gave you an extra because you already have one. Thank you so much. Is there anyone that you look at and you're like, oh, I definitely want help on that one? All of them, no. I looked at like 3, yeah. Yeah. For lunch?
No,
oh, I only tutor Mondays and Tuesdays. Yeah. Okay, do y'all have that written down? What number do you want me to go over with you? And you can go off on your own. You don't have to listen to me, but anybody want me to go over one of these? Yes. Number 5. That's what last period chose too. Number 5 is a good one. Number 5 says A is parallel to D. C, AB is parallel to DC, and it says AB is congruent to DC. So I'm going to add my markings on AB and DC, and I'm also going to add tick marks on AB and DC. So number 1, AB is congruent to DC. What's my reason? Given. Number 2, am I going too fast? They said AC is congruent to AC. What is that? Reflexive property. And what should I do to my picture right there? What should I do to my picture on AC? Tick marks. AB is parallel to DC. What is that?
Parallel. Given.
It's my given. We have not done that where given wasn't at the top, right? It is okay to separate your givens and put them wherever you would like. BAC, B to A to C, that's this right here. And DCA, start at D, go to C, go to A. What do we know about those angles? They are alternate interior angles. So if parallel, then AIA are congruent. Alright, last but not least, what do I have here? Look at one triangle. What do I have? 2 sides and an angle. Where's that angle?
Between.
So side, angle, side, and we are done. Does that make sense? No. What part? The last part? Oh, sorry. Okay. Anybody else? It's okay. I just want to make sure it makes sense. Okay, real quick, I need everybody to look up. Everybody. Look at number 6. Do you see how on proof 6, it has prove in the 4th spot? You're not going to use this 5th line. So some of these have extra. There are some times where you're not going to use all of them. Number 8's another example where you probably won't use all of them. Okay? Number 2, both of these are your given. For this one, if I is the midpoint of XM, what do I know because of that? I is in the middle of XM. What do I know? What's congruent? XI is congruent to IM. And then give me your reasons why and go off. Okay? Come up and ask me questions as you come up with them. Don't forget to add your markings to your pictures because these do not have markings. This is due when?
Monday when you walk in.
Monday when you walk into class.